Diablos Media Sports presents, live from Cal State LA, The Inside Angle, with your host, Josmari Molina.
Welcome to The Inside Angle here on Diablos Media Sports, where we talk about sports from the inside out. We are coming to you live from the campus of Cal State LA, and I am your host, Josmari Molina. This week, we've got a power-packed show for you with a one-on-one interview with the most decorated female track athlete in Olympic history, Allyson Felix. And attending their school's game is more than a notion for a lot of college students. We'll tell you why. Plus, it's been a month to remember for the Golden Eagles. We got a full recap. All that and much more coming up on the Inside Angle right after this.
36 of the most respected engineering schools in North America lined up for the start of this dramatic 1,200-mile contest of speed and strategy. Two universities have been battling for the lead. Cal State Los Angeles, which has held first place since day 5 of the race,
and the winner of Sun Race 97 is Solar Eagle 3. What an accomplishment!
This is our small version of an electrolyzer. It's taking the water and splitting it into hydrogen and oxygen.
My name is Manu Sri Krishna. Currently, I work at Stellantis. The first team that will be working on the Stellantis track is the Golden Eagles from the California State University from Los Angeles.
We are here to say farewell with pride and joy to one of our most remarkable vehicles ever built on Cal State University campus, the Solar Eagle 3.
High-stakes baseball and pressure-cooking golf. Steven Lopez has a look at a busy stretch for the Golden Eagles.
As April came to a close, Cal State LA teams continued competing for momentum, positioning, and postseason opportunities. Track and field welcomed programs from across the region to the Jesse Owens track for the Twilight Open, giving the Golden Eagles a chance to compete at home late in the season. The meet featured several strong performances for Cal State LA, including a personal best for junior Sanaya Pointer.
In the discus, I haven't PR'd in that since last, a year, 2 months ago at Long Beach, but I finally hit it today at our home meet, so that was a really big accomplishment for me. I hit a 41.05. With us, we don't have a lot of home meets, so it's like when we have it, this is the time where everybody has that kind of boost in their camaraderie and their motivation to do good.
These results highlighted the progress the Golden Eagles continue to build late in the season. Meanwhile, Summer Stevenson didn't perform like her normal self in long jumps, but it was enough for second place in Flight 2.
Today, so far, my performance has been a little messy all over the place. Kind of had a few big jumps that didn't count, so I had to scoot back a little bit and get a safe jump, which wasn't a good mark at all, but I went back into it in the last 3 and really gave it my all and ended up getting a decent mark for my last jump. I don't do too much. I like to focus on one thing, so one of it might be drive out in the back, another one might be look up when I'm jumping, or attack, be aggressive. Just one thing so that I'm not confusing myself too much.
On the men's side, big performances like the one of Nicholas Aninze in the 400 meters added to strong efforts across multiple events.
I just
kept doing what my coach asked me to do, just keep sweeping my hands, keep pushing through, because at practice that's one thing they always tell me, just picture myself going through the line. So I just powered through. Running at other places was still good, but I think running at a home meet give us the home advantage. So it's because we tend to practice here, it builds our confidence. So since the home meet is really important, because we work out here every day.
For Cal State LA, the Twilight Open served as another important step toward postseason competition. We move from the track to the diamond.
That one into left field. Come on, left fielder. It's going to drop for a base hit. One run will score, tie the game. Here comes the second run. Ben Lee comes in standing. A 2 RBI single by Caden Victorian gives the Golden Eagles a 2-1 lead.
Cal State LA baseball entered the final weeks of the regular season with plenty still to play for. A recent home series against Cal Poly Pomona featured offense, momentum swings, and late drama throughout the weekend. In the opener, the Golden Eagles rallied late behind the 2 RBI single from Ben Lee in the 9th inning, but fell just short in an 11-10 loss.
I think Hueso competed out there. A couple pitches got him in trouble, and with the long ball. But overall, our pitching, just a lack of command for our off-speed pitches led to the fastball getting hit. We won it. We definitely won it. This season's been a little bit of a grind, and we're trying to get everything going at the same time, hitting, pitching, off defense. But we're going to just keep grinding. I think they did a good job attacking mistakes and picking up the fact that we weren't throwing fast off-speed pitches for a strike. So tomorrow it just comes down to us doing our thing and just sticking to our game plan.
No, it's still the game. It's a tough loss, but we'll show up again tomorrow ready to go. It's all about, winning the series. So we still have an opportunity to win the series, and that's what we're planning on doing.
As that one hit behind third into left field, coming in is Panarisi. He's underneath it, and he makes the catch. And Cal State LA wins the home finale and splits the series with the Broncos with a 7-4 victory.
Cal State LA answered by splitting the remainder of the series, keeping themselves in the conference race entering the final stretch. But the road got tougher after that. The Golden Eagles dropped a 7-3 game in Bakersfield before traveling to San Marcos for the final series of the regular season.
Victorian laces it into center field. It'll get down for a base hit and around third. Manuel, he stumbles for a moment. Over to third. Kent trying to tag Penuelas.
In the finale, Cal State LA was tied early before an 8-run 5th inning helped San Marcos pull away in a 12-3 Golden Eagles loss. Now sitting at 26-24 overall and 16-16 in conference play, the Golden Eagles must wait to learn if their season will continue in the CCAA tournament.
Steven, thank you so much for being here today. How was your experience like covering the month in Golden Eagle athletics?
Yeah, thank you, Josmari. It was an amazing experience. I think anytime I get to cover Cal State LA sports, it's always a great experience. But at this point in the year, when these athletes are competing for momentum, playoff positioning, the games just mean that much more, that the excitement level just goes up, way, way higher. So I think overall, it's nice to see these athletes that we'll see in our classrooms, we see on campus. They're normal students, but once they step on the diamond, the field, the track, the green, etc., they turn on that competitiveness, and it's amazing to see. And I think it's a credit to the coaching staff of all of our athletics. I think the coaches are great, and they prepare the athletes well, that the first player on the roster to maybe the last player on the roster, everyone rallies around each other for one common goal, and you see that. It doesn't matter the score. They can be down, up. The competitiveness stays the same, and I think it's just amazing to see.
For sure, I couldn't agree more. Before the season starts for the Golden Eagles, we hear a lot of talk about women's basketball and men's baseball. What's one sport that you think should be getting more attention that isn't probably getting it?
That's a great question. So I would say women's golf. Currently, they just placed second at the CCAA championships. So they head to Pueblo, Colorado to play in the NCAA West Regionals. So a top 5 finish there would actually push them to the NCAA championships. So I think that's a really hot story that students need to keep an eye on, especially considering that just yesterday they had 3 players named to the all-conference team in Jocelyn Ayala, Daniela Andrade, and Talia Gutman.
Perfect. I couldn't agree more. I think it's amazing to see you cover, especially sports that maybe aren't getting that coverage. Thank you so much, Steven, for joining us. Coming up on the Inside Angle, America's female track and field athlete has put her life on the big screen. We'll tell you why she chose Cal State LA to show it. Stay with us.
You are watching The Inside Angle.
This is Diablos Media Sports from Cal State LA.
California, the Golden State, is a place for innovation and excellence. The CCAA exemplifies the Division II gold standard of excellence in the Golden State. Whether in the classroom or on the field of play, excellence is the standard of our 12 member institutions. The CCAA is home to some of the best and brightest student athletes whose achievements speak for themselves. Led by outstanding faculty and coaches, our student athletes receive encouragement and support in their pursuit of excellence. Excellence is not just a goal, it is our way of life. In the CCAA, excellence is always within your reach, no matter where you are. Visit GoCCAA.org today.
Get your excitement going. It's time to get ready. Check out the commencement website or check your email, but please do everything you need to do to be ready to celebrate all your wonderful accomplishments. See you then. Remember, we are LA.
Felix, the greatest female track athlete in Olympic sports history. She has brought her life story to the big screen and recently showcased the documentary here on campus for faculty and students. Emmanuel Martinez was there.
Allyson Felix.
Allyson, her brother Wes, and her mother Marlene presented She Runs the World at the Luckman to an enthusiastic crowd and then hosted a Q&A session. They also had a meet and greet afterwards. But before that, we got a chance to sit down with Allyson herself, talked about her film, Opening Up to the World, and more.
We're here with a 7-time gold medalist, one of the most decorated track and field athletes of all time. ESPN listed her as one of the 100 greatest athletes of the 21st century, advocate, and entrepreneur, and now you're in the documentary space. Allyson Felix, thank you for being here.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Of course, I'd go on along with the resume, but we do not have time. You're a pretty impressive one. But I do want to start here. You are here for your documentary, She Runs the World, right? You've been on this tour for around a year or so. You started last June at Tribeca. What's the tour been like for you so far?
It's been really great because right now we are bringing the film to universities and colleges. And that's really been amazing to really come to this age group for students who, have their future ahead of them. And hopefully this serves as a little bit of inspiration.
And you said you were at other colleges. I know you were at your alma mater recently, not too long ago at USC. I know there's a family connection here with Cal State LA. What drew you here to our campus? Which, first of all, thank you for all of us giving us the opportunity.
Well, of course, I'm from LA, so that just the deep roots here, and then my mom here, my aunt here, and so having those family ties as well is very special to be able to come back to this community. And so I'm really honored to bring the documentary here.
Of course, thank you. Now, I do want to talk about the documentary. That is what you're here for. She Runs the World. You are obviously, as an athlete of color, as a woman, everything around you get put under a microscope a lot. And this documentary is very personal. There's a lot of vulnerability here. What made you decide to open up and let us take that step in?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely was outside of my comfort zone. I would be a pretty private person, but I think, it's just a story that's bigger than me. And I think that's really what pushed me forward. I think a lot of people can see themselves in me. A lot of women, I hope, have been through, a difficult time. And so I hope that it is an encouragement. I hope that it serves as a source of inspiration as well, that you can use your voice, even in difficult times.
You talk about using your voice in difficult times. I know parts of the documentary, it focuses on that pregnancy that you dealt with, those complications. What was that filming experience like for you?
Yeah, I mean, just reliving those moments of, having preeclampsia, delivering my daughter 2 months early and spending time in the NICU, all really challenging times. But I think as I share it, I realize that a lot of families have gone through something similar. And I think it's really important to raise that awareness.
You talk about raising awareness and a lot of families going through these issues. I know you were on the Perry Pelt show not too long ago. I know that she worked on the documentary as well. She brought up how you discussed advocacy was never really something you wanted to focus on. You just, like in your words, you put your head down, and you just run. Now that you have children, though, does that mindset change at all? Now that you have a daughter, I know you have a son as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I am an introvert by nature, and I've always, kind of shied away from, anything really public facing. But going through this and realizing, how difficult it was, and just in sharing, that I hope people don't feel alone. And like you said, being a mother now, it gives me a whole new perspective, and I can deal with some of the hard parts because I think about my daughter and the world that she's going to grow up in and what I want that to look like.
You talk about your daughter and the world that she wants to grow up in. I mean, talk to me about female athletes, because I know you highlighted obviously struggles that other female athletes in track and field struggled with as well. What message do you want to send to college athletes, especially female athletes, that maybe wasn't present in the film?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's really about taking ownership of their experience, that they don't have to do things the way that they've always been done in the past, and to be unapologetically themselves. I think so often the world tries to push us and mold us and to fit into this box. And I think that, especially now more than ever, I think, athletes are speaking out and they're having opinions on so many different social issues. And I think that's really important, to share those and to share things you deeply believe in.
You talk about stepping out of your comfort zone. I mean, we have to talk about the shoes. You're obviously here with Sage, right? Your company that you started with your brother Wes, correct? Talk to me about that. What made you decide to step into that shoe space?
Yeah, everything really happened organically. After I left my longtime sponsor, Nike, I knew I still wanted to compete. And so we founded our company, Sage, and we make shoes specifically to fit the form of the female foot, which we learned wasn't happening. And that shoes for women were just really men's shoes, and there was no difference. And so learning that, it thrust us into the space and we learned so much. And we're really proud of what we're building.
Talk about being proud of what you're building. You have done a lot for women and for female athletes. Do you feel like there's anything else that can be done, especially for female athletes in these spaces?
Absolutely. I think, it's such an exciting time for women in sports. There's so much momentum, but I think there's always ways that we better can support. And for women to really have a choice between motherhood, professions that they love, NIL is happening. There's just so many exciting things. And so, always down to do more.
Are there any experiences you learned on the track that maybe carried over to the entrepreneurial space, the advocacy space?
Yeah, definitely just dealing with like hardships and perseverance. Yeah. And just, failures. As an athlete, you're always going to go through something that's hard. And as an entrepreneur, you're undoubtedly going to go through struggles. And I've learned to push through on the track, and I'm trying to bring that energy to business as well.
You talk about struggles and the ups and downs. I actually wanted to ask you about that because me personally, I've actually been following you since I was around 7 years old, going back to Beijing at the Olympics. No, wait, And now I'm 24 years old. I've seen you in those ups and downs. One moment, gold medals, another moment, the struggles with pregnancy, but then you finish your career as the most decorated track and field athlete of all time. What kept you going?
I think just always setting a new goal, pushing myself outside of my comfort zone. And once I was able to accomplish one thing, shifting to something else and realizing that, you could test yourself and you can get outside of what you've always done.
Stepping out of that comfort zone, you definitely push a lot of us to step out of the comfort zone. I mean, we gotta ask. I mean, I feel like it's the elephant in the room. 2020 Olympics are coming up soon. Can we expect you to have any involvement? I mean, even if it's not on the track, at whatever it may be.
Yeah, right now I sit on the board of LA28, and so I'm a part of the organizing. And so I'm super excited with, just bringing the Olympic Games to my hometown, and for just Angelenos to be a part of the experience and the whole world to be able to see the games up close. So I will definitely, be there.
I mean, you can be honest. There's a part of you wish you were running. We can be honest.
When I think about all my career, there's nothing like competing at home. So yes, that experience, I'm super excited for the athletes who are going to be able to experience it because it's something that's really special.
What are you hoping audiences take away from this documentary as we step into?
I hope that they see that this is a story that is so much bigger than myself. And it's really about all women, about all people who have been told, that they couldn't do something, and really to stand up for what you believe in and that you can create change.
Well, I want to talk about then. What's next for Allyson Felix then?
I have a book coming out next year called Fast and Slow, so I'm excited about that. You already mentioned the LA 28 games. I'm really excited that that's coming up, and I'm continuing to grow my company, Station. I also have a company called Always Alpha. That is a management firm where we represent female athletes. So keep on.
What's that been like, the management?
Yeah, it's been amazing. For me, it's really a legacy piece to be able to pour into female athletes and the prime of their career, and to be able to give them some of the wisdom that I learned throughout my career. And so I'm excited with it, and it's going really well.
I think if anyone were to ask me if I were a female athlete, who would I want to manage me, you'd be at the top of the list. If I'm being honest with you, I think you would be you are absolutely the perfect person to stand up, like you said, and be that person for them. And I do think, not just female athletes in general, I think all athletes in general are grateful for what you continue to do for them and what you will continue to do for them.
That means a lot.
Of course. And with that being said, Allyson Felix, thank you once again for giving us this opportunity. Thank you.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Emmanuel Martinez joins me now. Emmanuel, thank you so much for being here. How was your experience like having that Q&A session with the greatest track and field athlete of all time, Allyson Felix?
Well, it's like you said, she's the greatest track and field athlete of all time. It's not every day you get to talk to someone like that of her caliber, but despite her impressive resume, she's great. She's extremely humble, and she was a great interview.
Yeah, and then did you get a chance to see her documentary in the screening?
Actually did. Right after the screening, I was able to catch the whole documentary in full, and it was powerful. It was inspiring. I can't wait for the wide release to come out. I think people will enjoy it, especially if you're a fan of hers. But great and powerful. Left me inspired when I walked out of the Luckman, for sure.
For sure. And after watching that documentary, is there anything you wish you could have asked her?
Just how long it took her to film that. It was over years, a lot of backlog and back catalog footage yet. So I want to know how long it took, for sure.
Yeah, and recently Allyson Felix just announced that she is trying to make a comeback for the LA 28 Olympics. What are your thoughts on that?
I'm not too surprised. A little, of course, because we all didn't think she'd come back. But when I asked her the question, I felt that itch definitely in her when I asked her about coming back to the LA 2028 games. So not too surprised, but I'm excited. I'm a fan of hers. Been watching her since Beijing, so I can't wait. Can't wait.
Yeah, and going into these type of interviews and these type of sit down, what is your approach when you are tackling somebody like Allyson Felix? How do you prepare for that?
Just doing my research, and honestly, just treating her. She's not like every other person, but just treating her just like anybody else. Because at the end of the day, she's just like us.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you so much, Emmanuel. Female athletes with children are something Cal State LA's volleyball team knows a lot about. Alexis Crimes is the head beach volleyball coach and associate coach of the indoor team. The former world-class player and mother has found things she learned as an athlete that has set her up for success, and she tries to share those lessons with the two teams and her baby Harper.
It's never too early to get kids to understand what hard work and success look like. Coach Alexis Crimes is trying to impart those two things on the students of Cal State LA's two volleyball teams and 9-month-old daughter, Harper. One of those lessons is time management.
I think it's great because if you can do that in being an athlete and you can do that in life, you just set yourself up for success. Just being disciplined.
Another part of the success sauce, self-empowerment.
I tried to hold them to a standard, but empower them to think for themselves. Because the more they can do that, the better they can play. The looser their play, the more fun they'll have while playing the game.
Crimes also is teaching her players something she found valuable back when she was being coached.
When I played, I appreciated coaches that told me the why. Not versus do this just because I said it. Do this because it X, Y, and Z. This is the why. Because when you play as an athlete, you need to learn how to think for yourself and not necessarily always look at the coach to tell you everything you need to do.
Life as an administrator, a coach, and mom means Crimes always has a lot to do. And the multitasking has resulted in Harper getting to experience college life much earlier than most when she joins her mom at work.
For me, it is everything. I don't have parents anymore. I don't really have the support system outside of
my partner. When I'm here, having a coach saying, oh, if she's fussy, oh, I'll go take her for a walk, or the girls watching her, or it means the world. I don't think I really could have done this without, the additional support of them.
When we come back, we head to Reader Field for an interview with baseball players Ismael Quintero and Cesar Chavez.
You are watching The Inside Angle from
Diablos Media Sports.
Thank you for staying with us. Baseball is an American pastime. It's much more than hitting, catching, and throwing baseballs on a diamond. The Inside Angle's Jordan Rivera takes us inside the game and the players.
Being a part of a team sport is something you can't take for granted. Showing out means everything for this Golden Eagle baseball player.
I'm Cesar Chavez. I'm a junior, and I play right field.
For Cesar Chavez, that grind has been nonstop. From a young age, Cesar had the opportunity to play the sport he now loves.
So I started playing when I was 4 years old. Sport means a lot. It's taught me a lot of life lessons, how to deal with failure, how to come back after tough get the plate. So it's a lot of my life right now.
The consistency and drive that Cesar has had on the field since Little League have made him the teammate everybody would want. For every at-bat, he gets ready in the box and sets himself up to get a base hit or something in the gap.
Where you go. Way to lead it off. It means a lot. I mean, being a Golden Eagle, so this is my 4th year in the program. So over the years, kind of learned how to become a Golden Eagle and show it. And on the field and just the actions I do day in, day out.
Now, having the opportunity to be a Golden Eagle, that consistency continues to shine. He sets aside time to ensure his swing and follow-through are perfect, with Cesar leading his team in hits and having a .357 batting average. This success earned him CCAA Player of the Week.
That was cool. It was Ish right here. You got Pitcher of the Week, so he's the second one. Right? We want more guys. It's an individual thing, but nobody's trying to get it. You're trying to go out there and just help the team win every at-bat, every play, every inning.
With the playoffs coming up, the stakes are getting higher. But the strive to be the best and lead your team to the promised land continues. Being able to grow with your teammates means everything to Caesar.
Just enjoying this group of guys, having them out here every day, just showing up and practicing. And I'm looking forward to playoff baseball. That's going to be fun.
So now Chavez up there. Chavez lines into center field for a base hit. What else is new?
Relentless. We're a relentless team, and what it's going to take is just everyone buying in and learning how to play with each other, right? We've come a long way, but knowing that our guys on our side have our back is important.
Caesar having the opportunity to be the leadoff hitter for the Golden Eagles means that this team truly gets to show they mean business. Now let's meet one of the other Golden Eagle players.
Ishmael Quintero, left-handed pitcher, and I'm a sophomore.
For starting pitcher Ishmael Quintero, he has been pitching since a young age and continues to put in the work to be the best pitcher that he can.
I started playing baseball at 4 years old, and this game has meant a lot to me. And, it's taught me through failure, and this game is a game of failure. And throughout life, you're going to fail, and you're going to have the bad days, you're going to have your good days. And I think baseball has really taught me to kind of, understand failure.
In the top of the ninth, the Big Sticks want to avoid that with Quintero trying to deal in some strikes, and that he does there. A strikeout for Quintero.
Looking forward to most in the second half of the season is, just winning more games and just getting into that conference tournament. We're trying to change the culture. Last year, the main thing was changing the culture to winning, and that's what we were brought here to do, is to win and change the culture. So I think second half, we're just really focused on winning and just winning as many games as we possibly can to play with each other as long as we possibly can.
Failure has not steered Ishmael away, but made him want to work harder and be ready for any obstacles that come his way. Making sure he's ready for his starts and bringing his best stuff makes Ishmael remember what he's really looking forward to. From long toss to making sure all the motions in his pitching release are spot on, the attention to detail doesn't go unnoticed. Ishmael leads the Golden Eagles in strikeouts and continues to do what he does best. His dedication to winning and being a part of this winning culture led to Ishmael being awarded CCAA Pitcher of the Week. Tossing 7 dominant shutout innings, Ishmael looks to keep this momentum going his way.
A lot to me, especially after this up and down year, and the previous week was a down week. It wasn't the week, the results that I wanted.
With the season Ishmael has had so far, he has really been trying to work on his craft and focus on all the small details. He knew it was going to take time.
I'd say before this past week, or even throughout the whole season, just commanding the zone. I think that was my biggest struggle last year, was commanding the zone, and that was kind of my talk last year at the end of the year, was going to the summer and going into the fall, was going out, trying to figure out the zone, figure out my command.
Making the right adjustments has been happening for Ishmael and has been leading to him getting more strikeouts and lowering his earned run average. This year has allowed for Ishmael to show his true potential and represent the Golden Eagles. Ishmael looks forward to each start that he has and knows it gives him an opportunity to show off his stuff. Ishmael knows the type of team he wants to be a part of, and that is a team that is ready for any challenges in their path.
Definitely gritty. We pull for each other no matter what's going on, who goes down. Someone is always there to pick each other up. We're always there to pick each other up, and I think that's one thing that this team is, like Caesar said, relentless. And, we're just always there for each other no matter what the situation is, good or bad. And that's what I love about these guys and I love about this team.
For the Inside Angle, I'm Jordan Rivera, Diablos Media Sports.
The long history of sports here at Cal State LA stretches back to when it all began with just one sport. Now, it has turned into a multiple national championship winning program that have shaped the school's legacy. Reporter Bianca Porras takes us a look back.
From championship banners to campus pride, sports at Cal State LA has shaped traditions for decades. Today, I'm taking you back to where it all started.
Before it was known as Cal State LA, Los Angeles State College opened its doors in 1947 to its first students. Before the Golden Eagles, they were known as the Diablos. That winter, the college introduced its first intercollegiate sports program with basketball, where the Diablos quickly began building a competitive identity. By the following spring, track and field was added, marking the beginning of a growing athletics department. Over the years, sports like tennis, cross country, football, and baseball joined the program, helping shape a legacy of competition and success. But No moment captures that legacy more than when the football team was ranked #1 in the nation, which symbolized the heights Golden Eagle sports can reach. I spoke with head athletic director Dr. Gross about that historic ranking and what it represents for the future of Cal State LA sports.
And we use that as one of the symbolic monikers of the past to help us realize that we can achieve those type of things now.
Tennis legend Billie Jean King once competed right here at Cal State LA, which only adds to the university's rich sports history. Now, the school is working on bringing more attention to that legacy. Facilities and events manager Damian Lucky Smith shares planned efforts to increase visibility for sports at Cal State LA.
I'm bringing more visibility, more outreach, more community engagement amongst the athletic program, and honestly, to up the fan and student experience.
Altogether, Cal State LA has earned 9 national championships and continues working to build on that history today. As Cal State LA looks ahead, it revisits its past, using decades of success to help shape the future of its sports programs and return it to its former glory.
We are trying to figure out how can we revitalize that. Even though there were some things that were already going well, we wanted to enhance it and make it even better.
The sports program is seeing recent success across men's soccer, women's volleyball, and both basketball programs. Now, school leaders are looking forward to what the future holds for sports at Cal State LA.
And we have some tremendous coaches that have tremendous experience. They're not only coaches, but they're also teachers. And they bring that to the table as well. And so we're very excited that we're moving in a direction where we think we can be one of the elite Division II programs in the country. And who knows, maybe one day we'll go back to Division I like we were in the old days.
Despite offering a wide range of sports to be a fan of or to participate in, Cal State LA seems to be missing America's current favorite pastime, football, a college cultural staple that hasn't been on this campus in decades. Reporter Sydney Wangovo explains what happened.
60 years ago, Cal State LA looks very different. Before 1981, the Eagles were once known as the Diablos, with a football program that once ranked top of the nation.
In 1964, the Diablos football team went undefeated, finishing 9-0, earning a CCAA national championship title. Under head coach Homer Beatty, the team dominated its competition. Quarterback Dunn Martine led the charge alongside standout player Walter Johnson, who was later drafted by the Cleveland Browns in 1965. But that success didn't last. In the years that followed, the program struggled. By 1977, after losing a season and growing challenges within the athletic department, Cal State LA made the decision to cut the program entirely. Since then, football, once a defining part of the campus culture, has never returned. So why is that? Cal State LA's Deputy Athletic Director, Dr. Demetrius Caldwell, explains what it would take to bring it back.
So as a Division II institution, there's not football on the West Coast. Mm-hmm. So it's a variation of things as to why we don't have football. It comes down to resources. Mm-hmm. So you have to have 85 scholarships, student athletes for football. So that means additional revenue. You have to have locker room spaces. You have to have facilities. And so those are components that we don't have currently at the moment to house the football program.
While that shift would be significant, some students say they wouldn't mind the change. After learning about the university's football history, I asked film student Aisha Rojas if bringing the program back would boost school spirit.
Honestly, I do, just because I have been to UCLA and USC as well, and I see how those colleges are like all about school spirit and more merge and more like, socializing. And I feel like here at Cal State LA, if we had a football, like just a football team, there would be more community, there would be more networking, more friends, especially for us like filmmakers of film majors.
For students like Aisha, bringing back the Friday night lights are less about the game and more about rebuilding the community right here on campus. For the Inside Angle, I'm Sydney Wangoho, Diablos Media Sports.
Still ahead on the Inside Angle, Major League Baseball celebrates a legend. We'll take you to the ballpark next.
You are watching the Inside Angle from
Diablos Media Sports.
In the heart of the City of Angels, amid the energy and excitement that define Los Angeles, stands a university that reflects the best of our city, Cal State LA. Our university is a community that embraces all people. A community where opportunity abounds and intellect expands. Where science and technology drive progress and creativity fuels new visions. We're a bold community that tackles tough problems. How do we adapt, transform, move the needle? How do we create 21st century leaders who will forge a brighter future? We are a transformative community that honors each person's unique life story. We nurture and expand our students' potential and watch them soar to new heights. Our students accelerate up the ladder of success. We're #1 in the nation for upward mobility. We're a civic-minded community that gives back to our city, our region, and the world. We're engaged and involved. Our commitment to excellence goes beyond the classroom. Cal State LA students inspire. Most recently, our proud student athletes who compete in the NCAA Division II won 2 national championships in men's soccer and women's volleyball. Proof that sport fuels opportunity and Los Angeles pride runs deep. Come see what we're all about. We are Cal State LA Golden Eagles. We are LA. Watch us soar.
Major League Baseball celebrates a major milestone. At Dodger Stadium on April 15th, fans recognized one of the game's greatest heroes, Jackie Robinson, who broke baseball's color barrier 79 years ago. Melanie Reza was there.
It was Jackie Robinson's night here at Dodger Stadium, and things are just getting started. One day out of the year, all Major League Baseball teams honor Jackie Robinson and celebrate his breaking of the color barrier in Major League Baseball 79 years ago. On this day, all players wear his legendary number 42. Jerseys with his number were also given to fans who were excited.
But today is that day where I'm here and I'm excited to be here. I'm here with my wife and we're looking forward to the game.
Jackie Robinson grew up in Pasadena and started playing football and baseball at UCLA. In 1947, Dodger president Branch Rickey gave Robinson his first shot in the big league. Fans love coming and showing their support.
Being African American, it means a lot, you know, first black African baseball player, so it goes a long way, you know. The fact that they celebrate this day every year, it, you know, speaks volumes.
I think if you look back at what he's endured and what we're going through to now, his legacy just means that, you know, the struggle isn't over yet. We're still at it. We're still trying to figure out how can we as a people coexist with each other, not by the color of our skin, by the content of our character. And that's something that Jackie Robinson had great character throughout his whole life, whether it was baseball or whatever he was into, he gave it his all.
For Diablos Media Sports, I'm Melanie Reza.
For many Cal State LA students, being a fan goes beyond just showing up to games. It's about school pride, community, and the overall experience. For some students, that connection runs deeper. Cara Carell has the story.
From packed stands to quiet moments watching highlights on a phone, Cal State LA Sports brings students together in different ways. Some show up to every game, others follow from a distance. But for many students, being a fan is about more than just the scoreboard. It's about connection. Morgan Plummer is a junior mass communications major and a Cal State LA sports fan who enjoys the full game day experience. He says the atmosphere and the sense of community are what keep him engaged.
The energy, the halftime shows is pretty cool. Watching the students do half-court shots, I wanted to take the opportunity to shoot a half-court shot, but I just never got a chance to do it this semester, so hopefully next time. I feel like it's all about community. I feel like sports brings people together as a whole, just to go out, come out and support the team. I feel like everything's about community, and sports actually has a good job of doing that.
Jonathan Benjamin is a senior and former athlete who now follows Cal State LA basketball closely. He says attending games allows him to stay connected to the sport while experiencing the intensity of college athletics.
It's hard to go to every home game. I think it's a fun way, especially me dorming. So it's a good way to see other people and see how close up like college basketball is and how intense it is. That's a pretty fun thing to watch. Seeing how intense games are, me playing, being a player and a fan of the game, it's just fun to see different schools who come here, the high level basketball, the coaching, and also different activities they have at halftime. Yeah.
That sense of connection is something many students feel across campus. At a commuter-heavy school like Cal State LA, sporting events give students a chance to connect and build community outside the classroom.
Engagement, it's a good way to connect with other people on campus through sports. I'm a big basketball fan, and I'm a fan of different sports as well, so it's just a good way to connect with other people through your love of sports.
At Cal State LA, the fan experience looks different for every student. For Jonathan Benjamin, that perspective comes from firsthand experience both on the court and now in the stands. Having
that connection to your school, that pride to your school, that's important. I believe that me being a former athlete in high school, I played better when other people were supporting. So, because I know a lot of the players, their families can't make it all the time, so it's good that they have someone there cheering them on and supporting them.
His brother, Josiah Benjamin, shares that same passion for supporting Cal State LA athletics. Josiah Benjamin, a sophomore kinesiology major, says supporting Cal State LA athletics is about creating energy in the stands. He believes that kind of support can make a difference for players on the court.
It's actually cool seeing how much it means to the players coming out to support them, because some people don't try to come out to see a Cal State, so it's cool just coming out, bringing energy to them, giving them hype and stuff. It brings students together because it's an event on campus, so everyone sees it's a basketball game or it's a soccer game, so they all said, let's all go. Just as a group thing, even as your friends, you can talk, watch the game, and have a good time.
For the Inside Angle, I'm Cara Carell, Diablos Media Sports.
Coming up next, we say goodbye to a man who's been a key part of Cal State LA athletics for 19 years, and welcome a living Laker legend to a new job on campus. All that is just ahead.
You are watching The Inside Angle from
Diablos Media Sports.
Before the sun rises over Cal State LA, the work has already begun. In the quiet moments when campus is still and the city waits in the distance, there are those who show up first. They prepare the spaces. They solve the problems no one else sees. They make ready for the new day of possibility. Every day at Cal State LA, thousands of people show up with a shared purpose. Before the first class begins, before the first students open a book, before the campus comes to life, the work has already started. Floors are polished, spaces are cleaned and prepared, systems are checked and running. Libraries are ready. Safety teams are already on patrol. Across every corner of campus, there is a shared mission to support something greater than any one role. Because here, every action, seen or unseen, is in service of one goal: student success. In classrooms and offices, in libraries and studios, student workers guide and tutor, staff answer calls, and behind the camera, stories begin to take shape.
Check 1, 2.
On the fields, coaches lead with purpose, shaping discipline, teamwork, and belief.
Okay, get used to that back.
It's work that often goes unseen, but its impact is everywhere. Because every task completed, every problem solved, every space prepared creates the conditions for students to learn, grow, and succeed. The support, the care, the dedication carries forward. Until one day, it leads here, a celebration of achievement. And behind every graduate, every step across that stage, are the people who made it possible. At Cal State LA, student success doesn't happen by chance. It happens because of you. You are LA. We are LA.
Welcome back. Diablos Media Sports makes its formal debut in this inaugural episode of The Inside Angle. Senior Steven Lopez and journalism professor Julian Reyes brought together a collection of students, faculty, and staff to create this show.
Hello everyone, I'm Professor Julian Reyes here at California State University in Los Angeles, and I'm very proud and honored to share with you that I'm one of the founders of Diablos Media, which is a platform for everything arts and entertainment. I have with me today Steven Lopez, who's the sports director for Diablos Media. So tell me, why create this sports platform? Why Diablos Media Sports?
Yeah, so coming into Cal State LA, I was passionate for sports journalism. Unfortunately, the university doesn't have a specific sports journalism department. And yes, Diablos had the sports segment, but I just felt like creating Diablos Media Sports gave students like myself just a better opportunity to actually see what it's like working in sports journalism, since we cover it like on a broader spectrum.
I'm here at Reader Field, where the Golden Eagles are getting some extra right reps today.
What do you expect from the students? Like, do they have to pitch the sports ideas or events, or like, how do you calendar them, or like, what goes on?
Yeah, so there's it's a mix of different things. Primarily, I create a calendar for the month where I lay out all the games that are going to be played. Students can choose which games they want to cover, but they can also pitch their own ideas. So sports is more than just a game. There's athlete profile stories that we do, and then just anything sports related. So I try to give everyone creative freedom, since I feel like that's very important.
What's up, Golden Eagles? We're at Huntington Beach for women's beach volleyball's opening weekend.
It's like, what can they expect for all you incoming students out there?
So most importantly, I would say hard work. It's a lot, but it is fun.
Fun. He hit the keyword fun, right? And for all you potential students out there that are coming into the program, or any program here at Cal State LA, share your idea, right? Because you never know where this idea might take you.
That's how this all started, and it's only the beginning. Sports fans are confident, maybe a little too confident. So we put some Cal State LA students to the test. Here's Destiny Durant with our LA Sports IQ exam.
What is up, Diablos family? We are here at Cal State LA playing wrong answers only, testing student sports knowledge. How many LA area pro sports venues can you name?
Knott's Berry Farm, McDonald's.
Name the weight divisions of the MMA.
Vans.
Vans, okay, I like that. All right, and which of the following LA teams are originally from Los Angeles? Angels, Dodgers, Rams, Lakers, Clippers, Galaxy, Chargers, Kings, Ducks, or the LAFC?
Pollo Loco.
Who are the current #1 men's and women's tennis players in the world?
Cardi B.
Oh, see, I like that answer. Cardi B. Cardi B is everything. Okay, and then I want to ask, name the 4 major tennis tournaments in order and where they're played.
Honolulu, Hawaii.
Okay, all right, I like that. Name a major auto race held annually in the greater Los Angeles area.
Wimbledon.
Oh, okay. I love the confidence, I love it. Okay, and true or false, Frank McCourt still owns the Dodger Stadium parking lot?
Maybe.
Oh, okay, yes, maybe, because we don't know for sure. Name the schools of the Big Ten.
Canada?
Okay. Okay, I like that, I like that. And name the 8 NFL teams named after 4-legged animals.
Drake?
Drake? Name the 3 local D1 athletic programs other than USC and UCLA. answers only?
Course de télé.
Okay. The PGA has 4 majors a year. Name them in order and when they're played.
Okay, so we got the McDonald's tournament.
Okay.
And that's at the end of the year.
Okay.
We got the KFC Super Bowl, and that's on Tuesdays every March.
All right.
You feel me? We got the Halloween Bash that happens in July 35th. And we also got Happy Thursdays. You know what I'm saying? That's a special tournament. It's a Thursday annually.
All right, Diablos family, that's all for our game today. We'll see you next time. I'm Destiny Durant with Diablos Media Sports.
Before we leave you, we have to take a moment to pay tribute to 2 stalwarts in the world of sports here at Cal State LA. Sadly, one of them is leaving us, but happily the other one is taking on a new role that will hopefully keep him with the Golden Eagles for a long, long time. Michael Cooper. Yes, that Michael Cooper. The LA Laker Hall of Famer is the new head coach of the Cal State LA men's basketball team after serving as an assistant since 2023. He was introduced at a press conference and reception on campus where he was congratulated by some of his old Showtime Laker teammates. We are so excited to have him. And we're excited for Paul Helms, but for a different reason. Paul has been our sports information director for the last 19 years. He is retiring. There hasn't been a Cal State LA sports game or sports event that he hasn't had a hand in. We wish him well in retirement, and we will really miss seeing and working with him. And last but not least, we want to say hello to the newest member of our Diablos Media Sports family. Blaze Cameron Durant Jones made his debut February 22nd at 7 pounds, 7 ounces, 21 inches, and ready to set the world on fire. Our reporter and new mom, Destiny Durant, and baby are both doing fine. In fact, you just saw her story. She and Blaze are already back on campus and working hard. Well, that is all the time we have. I'm Josmari Molina, and for all of us here at Diablos Media Sports, we thank you for being here for our first stream of The Inside Angle, where we talk about sports from the inside out. Have a great day.
You've been watching The Inside Angle from Diablos Media Sports.
What is this?